videos on YouTube. He'd move around it in a pure way. Like, I see a lot of kids now will see maybe IMAX or something like that, and they'll go to the location and they'll only try moves that they've seen in videos. And to me, that's really not parkour, and I can tell Danny thinks the same thing. It's not about copying someone else's path and seeing the things they've done and repeating it and feeling like a huge, like you can feel achievement from it, and it's okay to drill and train. It's not a problem. I'm not saying you should never copy anyone. You need to lay foundations, and it is good as a foundation to try movements other people have done, but then you've got to really evolve from that, and that's what Danny always did year after year. Was he evolved from these, he'd see movements other people did and he'd try them, but then he'd develop it and put his own swing on it, and you could tell that with everything. At bowling, Danny brought his camera along, which is always exciting. You never know what creativeness he'll come up with. Just playing around with shots, you start to get more creative, you know, running alongside the person bowling, and the staff came over. I'm happy that he was showing other people in shot that may not have wanted to be in shot. And I think in life you're always going to get people that won't understand, and you kind of have to accept that, and you just have to accept that that person may have had a problem in that situation, but not let it stop you in other situations trying to be creative and think outside the box. And that's another thing with Danny. He won't let that bother him. He'll continue to try in the next situation to think outside the box again, and that's where people will get told off once in life for trying to think outside the box, and they will just give up from that moment and stop thinking and try and just stick to the rules society seems to set. In Laser Quest, me, Giles, Potsy and James were all playing. Danny chose to film instead. You know, he saw an opportunity to film in an environment that you wouldn't normally get to film in, with all the lights and the smoke and everything. You know, that's an opportunity he didn't want to pass up, making it almost real life kind of Call of Duty, just playing around a bit. I remember the first time I went to Danny's and we were hanging out in his front room, and I remember him doing a wall flip off the wall right next to the TV in between the cabinet that was there at the time. He did gainer off his couch, flick, back tuck, movements like this just in such a small confined area. And again, back then no one had really thought about movements in confined areas. They always thought about big open spaces and doing it outside on walls where you've got as much space as you want and everything. And he was, you know, trying gainers off his couch, which for me was ahead of its time, and I couldn't see anyone else trying it.
It's proper scary.
With Danny, when he's passionate, you can really tell that he's passionate about something, and it really comes out in his work. You see the energy in it and the life, and you saw that with his parkour over the past 7 years. Like he would continuously do it, and he'd do it for himself. That's the most important thing in his work, is he wasn't doing it for people watching, he wasn't doing it for people on the internet, he wasn't doing it for TV shows or to be known. He was doing it because that was his passion for himself. And as of right now, it seems that's what he's putting his passion into, is filming, and he's got a lot of gear and he wants to commit to that at the moment, and I'll back him all the way. I'm happy to just observe that side of him. And today we went out into Liverpool, we wanted to film, he brought his equipment, we had no plans, we just saw there was a nice sky when we left. Started off filming 1 or 2 clips, and it ended up we had a good day out filming, and we got on well, him behind the camera and me in front of it. You know, that's not what we planned when we came here. We were just happy to see Danny be Danny. That's what we came here to do, and that's what we got out of it, and hopefully you guys can see that, and you can see the passion he's putting in. The beauty of watching Danny is watching him do something he's passionate about.
£60 pair of shoes in the water. I jumped over the railing and my shoe came off.
Pass me the tripod, let
Get
the boot out.
Go on, Tim, go on.
He's got it.
Hook it, man, hook it. Get your foot in there. Oh! No! Tim, go on, please, for a trials. It's going, Tim, it's going! No. Tim, it's out! Tim, get it quick, get it. Hold that. Hold that, quick. Go on, Tim, go on. Yeah, man.